All right. Okay. So thank you guys for getting on. I cannot be official. It's just impossible. Like for me to be the official person. But there are, so first we'll do like, I thought we'd talk about like business stuff, like dates and sales and what's going on. So first, you guys already know we have one more week, I guess, about a week, a little over a week left for Pio on sale for 140 challenge pack, Body Beast 140. If they want to add the 3-day refresh to Pio, I believe it's 180. So those are what's going on now. You can always get the Beachbody On Demand challenge pack for 140 also. So that price doesn't ever change, but it's a good, really good price for what they get. As for dates, so the In Partnership We Shine team has a 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme group starting June 1st. I was talking to Heather, who's also on our team, and she's kind of thinking she wants to maybe start something with art, was hoping we could start something with our team, just kind of maybe do our own thing. So I think that we're going to give it a try starting June 1st. It's going to be a mix, like any program, any Shakeology to start, because we don't know how many we're going to get starting. So if you have any customers that you want to do that with, just keep a list, and then once we get it open, we'll try that. So I
like that.
Yeah, we're going to try. She's feeling like there's just so many people that maybe her people don't connect with each other. Yep. People that have already been in a group together may have already made that connection, but if you're starting new and you have all these people and you're not seeing your own coach in there posting, they may have a hard time connecting. So maybe if it's us just with our people, then we can connect and we can post when we do our workouts just like we did in there, but we'll just kind of do it for now in the one group. If it gets too big, then we can start thinking about separating them as well, just like they do in the other group. My ultimate goal is for us to be big enough that, yeah, there are teams still, but for us to really have our own team. Like that's my goal for these next few months, is for us to be big enough to kind of do our own thing and do whatever we want. Of course, we share ideas and, we all help each other out with that kind of stuff. But, I think that we're ready to grow and I think we can do it. So
I have gotten a lot of feedback too from my peeps lately that are in the big group, and they just feel like they just get washed kind of down. And they also feel like a lot of them are intimidated because they feel like they're like, everybody in this group is in shape already, because I know a lot of coaches are in the group.
Right.
And so they just felt intimidated by it. And that was a huge turn off for them.
And that's what one of her people, actually, one of her friends is another coach. So she was like, well, I'm just going to go do her group, but I'll still keep you as my coach. And we don't want that. And I can see that, I can understand that. So maybe if we start small and kind of, I don't know how logistically, whether we're going to do like daily. Personally, I don't care for the assignment thing. I don't think it's necessary. I think your assignment is doing your workout and your eating thing.
Agreed.
So I think that's kind of putting extra work on people that maybe they're not ready for. So personally, I think if we just kind of starting off, it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be like motivational stuff. It's going to be like, how's that checking in? So we'll logistically work on that maybe this next week or so. If you guys have any ideas or feedback, just let me know, or shoot me a message, or we'll talk back and forth so we can kind of, all work together to get it started.
Recipes has been a huge feedback for me.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Food, recipes, grocery lists.
Yes, especially 21 days.
Huge feedback.
They asked me for that too, and I think that's a good idea. we could take turns. Somebody could, you know, be in charge of one thing, and we can kind of just, so that and it's more taking turns more is only so that your people see you doing something in there. So that way, if we're all kind of in there posting not just our workouts, but actually leading it, then you're kind of showing, you know, they'll see you and they're able to be more comfortable asking questions. So I think we're going to give it a try then. So if you guys are all for that and want to give that a try, anybody you have, you can ask them if they're in the other group and they want to switch over. Ask them, be like, how are you liking it? If you like it, great. If you don't want to try something a little smaller, we're going to start a smaller group June 1st. So that's one. I'm going to also start a new coaches group June 1st. So kind of like what you guys are already doing, Wendy and Rachel, I'm going to do another round starting June 1st. So if you have anybody that's interested in coaching, anybody that wants to get started, we can put them in that. So hopefully the start of every month, we'll have enough coaches to do a new coaches group. And I'll lead that for now until anybody else is ready to do that. And then with the other team, we are going to keep doing the virtual open house because I feel like that's good information. And so it's kind of a sneak peek. So June 15th, if you have anybody that's questioning, wants information about coaching or anything like that, you can kind of start inviting them. We have one ending today. So it's also not too late to put them in that. They can always go back and check out all those posts. We keep it open for at least a week or two. So they can go back, read through all the posts from all the days prior if you have anybody until then. But this is, I guess, thinking ahead. Don't know what's for sale in June yet. So once I know, I'll let you know. It's usually a day or two before the end of the month. I have a feeling it might be 21 Day Fix, but I don't know. That's just my feeling. So there's a few different things I want you guys to know about. Summit is coming up. It's in July, and you may have heard of it. You may have not. It's Beachbody's conference that's held. It's going to be in Nashville. I have not been. I'm very, very, very excited to go. It's supposedly just you walk away from there and you are more inspired than ever. So you get to work out with all the big trainers. There's like over 30,000 coaches there. There's parties. There's lots of really great business information stuff. If you think that you might want to go, let me know and I'll send you to the place where you need to go. We have hotel rooms, so we all share hotel rooms. So that part of it's pretty inexpensive. And I believe it's about $150 or $199 for the conference. If you don't feel ready this year, next year, keep it in the back of your mind because you may want to think about it for next year. If this year it's coming up pretty soon, so it might be hard to do. If that does not work for you, Super Saturday is coming up. And that is the smallest but next big great thing that you can go to. It's a one-day event. It's July 25th or 26th. Sometimes they're held on Sundays. I can help you find one that's close to you. But if you can go. Go. Yes, because
it's so worth it.
You hear motivational stories, you hear transformation stories, and these are all people like us. We get information. It's a one day, sometimes it's a half day thing. They sometimes add a workout at the end, so it's kind of fun. But it's really worth it just to kind of get yourself into Beachbody, like kind of throw yourself into it and understand like that you're not alone and take friends. I mean, some places it's free for friends. Sometimes it's just like, it's usually $5 or $10 for you. And then it's sometimes free for friends. And I can guarantee you, if you bring somebody, they will probably walk away wanting to be a coach. Because the stories there are just, they're great, they're inspirational, and you just always walk away with really good information. So that's going to be July 25th or 26th, and we can find one in your area depending on where you are.
And can I add something real quick?
Of course.
So when Rania asked me to go, I was like, oh, okay, And I literally thought it was going to be like all in shape people, and I was going to feel intimidated. There were people of all shapes, sizes, age, you name it. Mm-hmm. But they had the best stories. Yeah. The best stories. And it really helped me, to understand that people will look for you. They will seek you out, but they're too scared to even ask you, and it could be your neighbor who is too scared to ask you, hey, what have you been doing? Do you think you could help me? Mm-hmm. So, but it's just, Super Saturday is awesome. Yeah. We don't have them here in poor little Rapid City, but if you find it and go, because it is so worth it.
I agree. And that's all of Beachbody is like when I went to Cancun, everybody was every size, shape, age, everything. And that's what you'll find. Like, and that's when people are like, you're asking them to be a coach and they're like, oh, I'm not in my best shape. I'm not ready to be a coach. Like, and that's the first thing I tell them. I'm like, it's not about that. It's about being on the journey and helping people, showing them that you're on that journey and that you want to be on the journey with them. And that's what it is. And that's what you walk away with. You walk away with people financially who have, made huge success, physically, mentally. There's just a lot of really good things. And for something so minimal, like a half a day to get away and do that, it's really worth it for you and for your business. So definitely keep it in mind. And we'll talk about it more as it gets closer. So Wendy, you had asked about free challenges. So I wanted to talk about that. I'm not going to go into too much detail because my homework for next week is to make a video tutorial of how I do my free challenges. So that will be more detailed. I am not sure what I will be doing for next month. In partnership, We Shine are doing a free group where you have to sign up for free club membership for the 30 days. Okay. And it's going to be a 10-day free group where you try the different workouts and that kind of thing. Mixed on whether I want to do that. I feel like if somebody forgets to cancel, then it's kind of on me, and it's just not really fair to put that on somebody to put their credit card into something when I'm really offering something for free. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great business opportunity, but I don't feel like it's how I do my free stuff. Like, I don't think it's a free group at that point. I think that maybe we do try it, but call it a free trial, Beachbody free trial group or something like that. So they know, I would call it something different. And they might be calling it something different. I don't know yet. But
when I heard that on Monday.
Yeah, it kind of seems a little, I don't know. And I know nobody's intention is any kind of skeevy, but to me, like all these new people I've added over the last few months, I don't want to lose them because they're like, now I get it. She wants us to put our information and maybe get tricked into not canceling this. I think that it's a great idea, and I would like to work on a way to do something like that, but I think I'm going to do it a little differently. So my free group, I had a lot of people last month ask for like some sort of leg, lunge, butt, leg bottom half. So I'm probably going to do something like that. So what I do is I set up an event, and I'll do the walkthrough, and I set up an event over an event, and I invite everybody that now I don't even need to invite people because they see it on my screen and they just start saying yes. But when I first started, I invited everybody in the invites. Whenever somebody would accept, I sent them a personal message saying, hey, thanks so much for coming. Please click on invite in the right corner and invite your friends. Invite 5 to 10 friends. I think that's what I would say. And then when they would invite their friends, I would friend request them. Once they added me as their friend, I would send them a personal message and say, hey, thanks for coming. Make sure you send this to 5 or 10 of your friends. And it just kind of grows from there. It's a lot of work. I'm not lying. Like those 2 weeks before a free group, I'm copying and pasting. But honestly, the success I've gotten from that has been phenomenal. I've met people from all over the country and world. Actually, there are people like in Israel that like somehow are friends of friends that do these free groups. And these have been like a lot of new coaches and a lot of new customers. So I'm going to do a tutorial next week. And what we'll do is I'll walk everybody through how to do your own free challenge group. And then what we could do is maybe start the free group on June 8th. So that still gives us, you want a good 10 days out to start to put the invitation out. So you have time to add to your list and take advantage of that time. A 1 week group seems to be enough. I thought it wasn't, but it's been enough for me. Like 7 to 10 days is enough. So it'll probably be that length as well. So if you have any ideas of what we could call it, something, because we're doing legs for the summer, I don't know. We'll have to think of something sassy, but I figure we'll do something like that. And I'll do the tutorial to help walk you through the event. The one thing you have to remember is don't invite people to my event. You want to create your own event and invite people to your event. When we create the group, we can add everybody into our one big group. That part is that we can do, and I can help you do that. But if you invite people to my event, then am not always able to pay attention to who's your friend and who's your friend and who's your friend. And then I get their friends added on, and then I'm potentially taking away people's customers and not even realizing it. So creating your own event and copying and pasting my stuff, but just have it be your event, adding all your new people before it ends, then we add them to the larger group and work with them together. That's the best way to do it. Does that kind of make sense? Okay. All right. And then, Rachel, I'm going to go with your question next. Rachel had mentioned that what do you do when you have self-doubt? And when you just maybe you could expand on that. How are you feeling today?
Just, I guess nervous about putting stuff out there or asking new people, meeting new people. I don't know. It's all tricky to me.
Yeah, and that's normal. I mean, I think part of it, I would say the number one thing, and I didn't do this at first, and it took me so long to believe in it, but the personal development is huge.
Mm-hmm. Be right back. I gotta show you.
Okay. I think listening to all those national wake-up calls where you're listening today, I was listening to the one from Monday, and this girl was talking about her story and how they were from nothing to now where she is. And it makes, no matter what you're listening to or doing, it makes, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. I was reading Go for No, or actually I listened to Audible, Go for No. The whole strategy is to get as many no's as possible, because that means you're asking more people. So if you turn that around, to me, that you kind of turn your no's into not yets. They're just not ready yet. I'll check back with them when something else is going on or when there's another sale. So no's are just not yet. And I have a very, I went in this from the very beginning with my posts and stuff like that, being you don't like it, you can unfriend me. I have my feelings don't get hurt. I never let it bother me. If somebody decides that they want to unfollow me or unfriend, no problem. You either like it or you get what you get. You know what I mean? If you don't want, and that's kind of what I just tell myself a lot. And yeah, there were days where, out of that free group, I added 200-300 people, and one person said yes. But that was one person, and she's just starting the challenge group, and she's, you know, hopefully will go somewhere or help some, or, you know, share it with other people. So I think you kind of have to, first of all, like I said, personal development, 100%. Find a book, find a podcast, find an Audible, find something. Ooh.
I'm halfway through this.
I got to write that one down. There is another one by him that I just wrote down called Failing Forward.
Fantastic. I love him.
Yeah. I've never read his. John Maxwell. He's huge. He does a lot of really good stuff. I'm reading The Slight Edge. I've gotten a little bit, I'm about a few chapters in, but I was listening to the Audible Go for No, so that kind of was easy because I'd walk the dog and I could just listen. So I'm finding, to me, listening to those kind of books works a lot better.
I haven't started it yet, though.
Which one?
The Compound Effect.
The Compound Effects is a good one, too. Some of them are more business. Like, that one's more of a business. Like, it'll help you learn about growing the business. So it depends on how you're feeling. Like, if you're feeling more personal stuff, like self-doubt, whatever it is, throw on some Chalene. Like, go to her podcast. She makes you feel good. Like, there's a lot, some people, they just make you feel good about yourself. Like, you know, or some of the national wake-up calls, they always make me feel good because there's always a good story out of it. And I know these people are moms like me. These people are, you know, they are struggling the same way maybe I was struggling. I always can walk away with something from the national wake-up calls, too.
National wake-up calls, do you ever listen to it through the phone? Like,
yes.
Is there a way to fast forward?
If you do the podcast, you can fast forward through all that beginning stuff.
Because the other day I was trying to listen to it in the car, and where we live in the middle of nowhere, the call dropped right before she was gonna start talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever listen to it live. I usually just do the podcast. You just look up the Teen Beachbody podcast and put it on your phone, and then it'll always upload the newest ones. Mm-hmm. And you can even listen to past ones too, but you can fast forward through like the long where they're calling everybody's names, which is great success for everybody, but you don't always have the time to listen to that. So that's another, but those are always good. Because like I said, they're us. I mean, those could be you in a year. It could be you in 2 years. Like, so there's something to always walk away being like, okay, they went through that and I can do that too. But I think personal development, I think just knowing that your no's are not yet and that you can say next. Like if somebody's negative, just be like, no problem. Next, I'm going to go find somebody else. That, and then sometimes you just need to take a break too. Like one time I remember I just started and I was just freaking out. I'm like, people don't respond to me and I'm sending all these messages and I can't find new people and I don't know what to do. And Shalise just was like, Rania, just go watch a show. Like put a Beachbody away for the night and just go do something else. And sometimes you just need to like step away for the rest of the night and then pick it back up in the morning. And the next day, just do what you're doing. Be consistent. The posts, you don't know until you try. You don't know what time people are going to respond, what time of the day, what post is going to work, what isn't, you know. So it's all about just kind of trying and feeling what are people going to respond to, what are they not. They're going to watch you for a while too. Like people aren't always, they're like, oh, what's she doing? Okay, how long is this going to last? Like that's just how people think. Like, they're like, okay, so she's this coach now, but is she going to do this? Like, is she really going to do this? Like, how long is it going to last? Was she going to stick with it? Why should I follow her if she's not going to stick with it? So I think a lot of people have to see you and watch you doing this for a while to really be like, okay, she's really doing this and it's really working and she's being successful, you know, and that's, you know, so it's just consistency and you know, just telling yourself, I just started. This is going to be a process. It's okay. You know? And asking, reaching out
and
for
as far
help.
as far as your motivational post and thing like that, people are watching. They may not say anything. It may take them 6 months
Absolutely.
to respond but people are watching and they really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they might read that and it might make their day, you know, so you never know who you're leading to a new level.
Absolutely. I agree. So, and just, you know, I think that you're doing great. And I think you've put yourself out there more, and just keep doing that. Just keep doing what you're doing, and people will keep following you and watching you. So those were kind of the highlights. I don't know how much time I have left. I can't tell. I'll just go until they tell me I have 10 more minutes. So a few things I wanted to put out there. First of all, Emerald. Do you guys know what Emerald, like how to get to Emerald? Do you understand the way it works? Yeah? Okay. So for my team, I'm putting out there, first of all, that anybody that gets to Emerald gets to choose from the Beachbody store. You get a wear and share, like a t-shirt, a $20 approximate t-shirt. So when you hit Emerald, yay, that's your next level to get to, and you get to pick something from me. So that's what I'm putting out there to everybody on the team for, you know, reaching to Emerald and hitting that goal. I do have some, I'm putting together something for hitting diamond. So I haven't quite figured it out yet, but it'll be there. So there'll be another, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a incentive, something fun that's going to come for hitting diamond. I'm just waiting. So I'm trying to get some dates together to see if you hit it by this, then you get this. So I'm putting some dates together for that. So stay tuned. So
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. So those are the highlights for what's coming up in terms of getting to Emerald. Do you guys have any questions, any coaches, any question about talking to code people that might be interested in coaching? I mean, you guys all have the military thing going for you. There's no reason.
Huge incentive. You pay nothing. Period. Nothing. I mean, well, besides what you want to order.
Yeah.
You don't pay a thing, you know, and you get a discount.
Right. So that's huge to start telling all your friends, like, hey, you know, want to do this, want to get it, just start for free, or just try the product. And if you love it, then you get it for free at a 25% off. And then who knows what it could turn into, you know, they could turn into wanting to be a business builder. So anybody you know that's military, reach out to them. Be like, hey, I just started doing this, and you'll never guess what I found out. I found out that, or I just started doing it. You found out because you're doing it for yourself. But, you know, share it with them. Write down
Take them to Super Saturday.
Take them to Super Saturday. But that's still, you don't want to wait till July.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's July.
Talk to them now.
I forgot that was July.
But write down all those military people's name that you know and send them a message. Hey, our next group starts June 1st. And you know what else I've been calling it? You can be instead of a coach, instead of the discount coach, I've been calling people a VIP member. You could be a VIP member, and you sign up, and you get the coach's discount, and you get 25% off everything for when you're not a military. I tell them you get, for $15 a month, you get 25% off everything, and you become a VIP member, or what we call a discount coach. Because people get scared when they hear the word coach, especially if they just really want to do it for just the discount. So sometimes I've been calling it a VIP member. And then that way they're like, oh, okay, so I don't have to do anything. I'm like, no, you don't sell anything, you don't do anything. You just get your products. So that's another way to approach it if you know that they're not going to want to work it. And then the other thing is, I tell them, sign up as a discount coach. If you have friends that are interested, I will do all the legwork for you and give them your ID, and you can get commission off of it. Because it's not going to be that much extra work to send them their link just with their ID. And then once they might see 1 or 2 people ordering, they may be, that might be incentive to be like, oh, I'm not even doing anything and I can make money off of this. What if I really try? So it's another thing to put out there to people. And I've had some friends that I've had some discount coaches that are like, I have this friend interested. I'm like, great. Let me know. I'll chat with them and I'll send them your information. So it's another good way to kind of say, it's okay. You don't have to do anything right now until you're ready. So any questions? We have 6 minutes. You guys have any questions about the sneak peeks or talking to people about coaching or getting to Emerald? Do you have questions about Success Club? Because I didn't really talk about that tonight, but we brought it up in the training. No? Okay, good.
Quiet.
I know. How's the training? What do you guys think? Do you think it's like enough information, too much information?
I think it's been great. It's been encouraging me to keep on it. I know some days I'm really busy, but I keep checking it and then
catch up. Do you feel like it's providing you with the information you need? Like you're feeling more confident because of it?
Yes.
Okay, that's good because I'm going to try and base it around that. Is there anything like you want to see for this last week of it? Like what am I missing? I'm going to do one. I feel like social media I haven't really covered a whole lot, so I know I'm going to try and put something together about social media. I'm going to talk about, I don't know if we'll do it on a call because there will be other people interested, but there is something called Hootsuite that I want to share with everybody about scheduling posts. That might be a call though, because then I can actually walk everybody through it. Because that helps with time management. But if you can think of anything that you like these next couple days and over the weekend, if you can think of anything that you want still that you think would benefit a new coach, let me know or put it in the group or something so that I can make sure that we have kind of, because the new coach group will end the next week, the end of the month. So then we'll start a new one June 1st, and it'll be the same information. Now I'm going to keep these calls going, so the calls will always be going. As of right now, we're going to keep them Wednesday nights. We'll see how it goes. If people start to change schedules with summer, we can try again and transition to like maybe another day or time that works good for everybody. But I think with people not having even afternoon activities as much anymore, we might be able to kind of switch things around. I don't know. We'll look and see or do 2 calls. It didn't seem like I had a lot for the morning, so I kind of was like, we'll stick to this one and then record it. And if you can't get on, you listen to the recording. So after your coach training group ends, we'll have our team page, which will always be where you go for information. And then we'll have our team calls. So, we got to let you guys fly a little bit, I guess. So I don't know. I think that's all. Jamie, do you have anything you want to add?
I do not.
I'm excited you're on here.
Sorry, I know. I've been I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock. And next week I'm going to be gone too. So next week is busy, but.
Well, that's all right. It's going to get hopefully different kind of busy after a couple weeks when school lets out, but
yeah, I know.
Maybe it will be good. And that's another thing to start planning, time management when the kids are home. It's going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So think ahead because, I know I have a hard time with that. So, just plan ahead to set your 30 minutes of 30 to 45 minutes. 10 minutes I'm going to do this, 10 minutes I'm going to follow up, 10 minutes I'm going to reach out to 3 or 4 new people. you know, and see how that works for you, or figure out a way that works so you don't feel like, I'm going to end this, but I'm just going to say, like, to me, the more consistent I am, the more successful I am. So just keep that in mind. You got to be consistently adding. You got to be consistently following up, consistently talking to people, and you will reach your goals. So that's it. Time's up. But thank you guys for getting on, and I'll check back in with you guys at the end of before the start of next week. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.